F1 is going across the finish line. We've got all the news from the last race of the season today on Point of View, as well as your weekend sports. Yes, everybody, happy Sunday to you. Welcome to Point of View, your favorite weekly sports stream. I'm Bobby Munson, and the man sitting beside me, you know him. He is Andre C. Andre, how you doing, brother? It's good to see you.
I'm alive. It's been a weird week for me. I've been sick. As I was on last week. I was in the depths of my sickness, but it's just been carrying on all week. The coughs won't go away, things like that. But I'm doing good. Been a good week. Watched some good wrestling this week. I watched a couple of different shows that I haven't watched in a long time. Checked out some stuff, and watched some good sports this morning. Woke up to some really good sporting events this morning. So
even better. Yeah. Speaking of good wrestling, I just am hot off another night of Prairie Pro Wrestling action. As some may have known, our final show of the 2025 calendar year went off last night with Seasons Beatings. It was a blast, as it always is. It was good to see all the different faces out that were there joining us for the show. And yeah, I mean, nothing really to report in terms of title changes, but some interesting talking points. The Shark Kings got themselves disqualified last night, believe it or not. They got frustrated. Yeah, they were wrestling against Bucky McGraw and the Dixie Dragon, and they had Jacob Creed on the outside in support of them, and they started to get frustrated, and they tossed the book of re-education over to Reed Matthews, who then decided, well, you know what? These guys have been been a couple of cheating bastards this entire time, and Reed decided to fight fire with fire, and he clocked Bucky with that book of re-education right in front of the referee to get them disqualified. And it's a little out of character for the Short Kings, but I kind of get it. Their frustrations levels were rising. The referee wasn't seeing all the cheating that was going on by the Brotherhood, and Reed just kind of snapped a little bit. And, you know, he's not above going ahead and, matching violence with more violence.
Yeah, like I'll say this: it's not just in Prairie Pro Wrestling where the frustrations have been happening for the Short Kings. Just from my observance over in clandestine wrestling and Love Pro Wrestling here in Edmonton, you've been seeing a lot of infighting coming from the Short Kings. They haven't quite been on the same page lately. They've been having miscommunications and things kind of with, especially with Zoe Sager and Thickness's relationship with her in Love Pro Wrestling, and the fact that he was her bodyguard for the longest time. And that whole relationship has really put a lot of strain on Short Kings here in the Edmonton scene. So I can see that it's straining everywhere for them, I guess.
Yeah, strain was showing last night, so obviously I'm sure the Brotherhood are going to be returning for another crack at the Short Kings after winning via disqualification last night. Another news, Michael Allen Richard Clark, who knows that Jacob Creed could at any point in time ask for his opportunity at the Prairie Pro Wrestling Championship, having won the Costume Battle Royal, did not have to face him last night because there was still a match owed to young Riley Cruz. Riley Cruz won a battle royal for us during the summertime, and he was granted a opportunity at the championship. And last night, that opportunity was given to him. One-on-one in the main event, Riley Cruz versus Michael Allen Richard Clark for the Prairie Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. And to a lot of people's surprise, these are both baby faces going into this. So you maybe expect a split crowd, maybe a little bit more in favor of the champion because he's been around longer and everything. No, it was like the audience had completely rejected the champion, even after he got rid of the villain El Assassino there after last month's Ring of Horrors. No love for the champ going into this match. The fans were firmly behind Riley Cruz and are actually booing the antics of Michael Allen Richard Clark throughout. Great matchup, very competitive, and on more than one occasion, the crowd believed it, and even I believed it, that Riley Cruz was coming out the victor. He was very close on a couple of spots there. And you just got to think to yourself, with a little bit more time inside that ring and a little bit more, studying the tapes of the champion, Riley Cruz could one day be holding Prairie Pro Wrestling heavyweight gold. It is very much in his future. Very great match. It then led afterwards to a big schmozzle where Jacob Creed come out. He said he wants his title shot now, and it's going to happen at the show on February the 21st here in Saskatoon, our first show back in 2026. That one is set to happen. Michael Allen, Rich Clark defending against Jacob Creed. But as that promo was going down, the remaining members of the Brotherhood from behind leapt into the ring and started the beatdown of Riley Cruz and Michael Allen. But then Cannonball Kelly made the save, got on the microphone and said, there's not going to be any more of this numbers game or any more of this BS violence of jumping people in pro wrestling, because the Cannonball Kellys, Riley Cruz's, Michael Allen, Richard Clark's of the roster are going to start watching each other's backs, was the exact words that were said. Interesting to see where this leads to. Interesting to see that championship matchup, and also interesting to see the rise of Riley Cruz at the same time. He's been really taken off. I know you're also familiar with him there, coming out to your area as well too, Andre. This kid is young. He's one of our, he's probably one of the best graduates we've had come out of the Prairie Pro Wrestling Academy so far. And we just know that there's big things on the horizon for him. And people, as they were leaving last night, said, I think I would have been cool with Riley Cruz walking out with the champion. They are that firmly behind and that much believing in this young guy that if he would have beaten the veteran champion last night, nobody would have been upset by it.
Well, again, as you talk about the crowd turning against Michael Allen, Richard Clark, even after taking down El Asesino, it makes me think of Batman. You either die the hero or you live long enough to become the villain. And I guess he's been champion long enough to become the villain in the PPWI, especially with a young hero on the rise like Levi Knight. It's interesting because Riley Cruz.
Riley Cruz.
Levi Knight. Sure. I haven't watched Levi Knight in months. Riley Cruz, with Riley Cruz making his rise. I've thought Riley Cruz is absolutely amazing. The last couple shows, I saw a couple shows in a row with LPW. I got to see him on in October there, at the start of October and the end of October there for LPW. Him with Maurice Waltz, an absolutely tremendous tag team. And Riley Cruz, again, was watching him for a while before that, and he just was just like as that pure rocker gimmick before he kind of had the upgrade in the look and everything. And he's really, really see him evolve from when I first saw him come here a year and change ago to what I saw him like last in October. The dude's made an incredible evolution in how he's where he's gone in professional wrestling, and I could see why the crowd would get behind him in such a great way.
You bet, yeah. And it was one of the nicest things was being able to turn around, and his family's always there supporting him at every single show. I don't know if his family has ever missed a show that he's been on since he graduated from our academy and started working with us. But last night it was really cool to see, because when it came to that main event, his dad grabbed his seat from where he was seated, and he goes to the very back so that he can get a good view of the entire arena, and he stands on his chair and he's filming the entire match from his phone. His mom then takes her chair off to the side and gets a different angle and films the match from that angle. And then his grandma sat in her chair in the front row on the one side of the ring, is sitting in her chair filming the match the entire time. So they've got 3 camera angles as the family filming the big match for their young boy Riley as he went in against the champion. And there was so many people came to me afterwards. They're like, there's no doubt in our mind that is one of the next future PPW champions within the next year or two, was the exact words said to me. And I'm like, you know what? You're not wrong. If he gets that next opportunity, I don't think the next time around the champs are going to be so lucky. Don't underestimate this kid. He's going places.
Yeah. Again, what I watched him in the last year and change, dude, he's incredible. Like, he's just, the evolution on him is insane, and just you can see the rise of this kid, and maybe he won't even be in PBW long enough to win a championship. Somebody might tell him to scoop him up. Then you never know, because when you're that good and you're on a rise that fast and you're doing that much improvement, you tend to get noticed by people. You really do. And Riley Cruz is somebody I could easily see being noticed to be moved into a spot into get assigned and put into like an Evolve or something. I could really see that, because again, he's young. And that seems where what the Evolve is kind of being built for, is those quite even younger people for WWE to sign, right? It feels like that's kind of the destination and I can see Riley Cruz ending up there. So
yeah, and if not there, I mean, how long is it before an MLW or a TNA or somebody like that is looking to the Canadian market and starts snapping up our younger talent. Like, we've got a lot of great veteran talents here that deserve to be signed with companies and work for on a larger scale, but they could start looking towards our younger talent. They can, like, look, Canada produces a lot of great talent. All we got to do is look to the next crop of them, and then we can start training them. We can get in early enough to train them to our ways and everything, and we can mold them into the wrestler we want them to be for our specific companies. So I can see them doing that. And that's always, I mean, I want to say it's a fear. It's a fear of mine because I don't want to lose great talent for our program, but at the same time, I don't want our talent held back. If there's an opportunity for them to go out and be successful, I want them to take it. Every single day of the week, I want them to take it. That's what we're there for. We're there to help them prepare to get in the ring, get the reps in, get themselves built up to the point where they can go on and make a career out of this and be successful. And you know what? If that's where he goes and he doesn't ever hold PPW gold because of it, I think that's an even bigger accomplishment.
And being the fact that, especially at TNA, who is technically owned by Anthem Sports, who are technically a Canadian company, they have a history of scouting here in Canada, with like Sinner and Saint are one of the most recent like indie darlings to be scooped up by TNA and Sinner and Saint. And then you had Josh Alexander, you had Mike Bailey. There's some Giselle Shaw for the longest time was there, and like you have some great Canadian talent that have been featured through TNA, and TNA is really now the stepping stone to another stepping stone to WWE. If you look at Jordan Grace and some of the people and Joe Henry and some of the others that they have picked up from the Impact roster, it's interesting to see what our Canadian indie scene can possibly do to get them into a TNA and then possibly into the WWE or an AEW from there. It's very possible.
Very much so. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to seeing what goes down over the next little while. But before we get off this topic and move on, I just want to thank everybody who did come out to Brave Pro Wrestling last night, especially the ones who decided to take part of our annual toy drive. This is the most donated toys that we have been given at the Prairie Pro Wrestling toy drive that we do, which means that there's going to be a lot more people in who don't normally have that opportunity to give out the gifts this year. Those that are less fortunate than many of us are going to have a lot of great things under the tree, thanks to you, the PPW Nation, who went and made that happen last night. So thank you from the bottom of my heart to each and every one of you for doing that and doing something special with the community, because that's what it's all about. But with that said, Andre, I could go on.
Just
go ahead.
On that note of charity that you're talking about, Boxing Day, I will be announcing for the Boxing Day blowout for RCW, which we will be taking in warm clothing and clothing donations for just local charities, and just trying to donate nice warm clothing for people to have in these frigid cold temperatures that we deal with here in Western Alberta. So we'll be taking lots of warm clothing and other donations at that show to donate to local charities. So if you are in the Edmonton area, come on out. I'll see some great professional wrestling and make a donation of some nice warm clothes or other things in that nature, blankets, things like that, to the charities in the city, and we'll be very grateful if you do, and look forward to coming out. Yeah, Boxing Day, Friday the 26th. It's gonna be a blowout.
Fantastic. No, I'm glad you guys do that as well too. So definitely go support indie wrestling, but also support the ones that are doing more to give back to their communities as well too, because that always means the most.
And one other thing to that, and this is some stuff, but like, look at your charity. Don't just I know a lot of people look at around this time of year at charities and giving, but like, these charities still need it the rest of the year too. So don't ever forget that is it's not just a couple months a year, it's all year round. Yes, we talk about it more in the winter because the giving spirit and everything, but think about it in the summer months, think about it in March, think about it in May, think about it in August. Like, it's they're still out there doing a lot of work, and yes, a lot of people volunteer and do everything, but there's a lot of other times of the year these charities and these places could use a lot more support too at other times of the year. So just think about that.
Yeah, you bet. That's why I'm glad that the company I work for actually does that kind of charitable work throughout the year. It's always something special. But on that note, Andre, the main big topic, the one that we got on the thumbnail today, it's all about that F1. It's all about that final race. And I'm going to turn it over to you, my man, because you're going to let everybody know, how did the race go down? What do we need to know from the moments from the F1 final?
Well, the biggest news coming out of today's race, the final race, the 22nd race of the year, Lando Norris has finally dethroned Max Verstappen, and Lando Norris is your drivers' world champion of 2025. So every year there is a couple different championships. There's the constructors championship. There's the drivers championship. The drivers championship is just each racer's total accumulated points in at the end of the season. It was a super tight race this year, especially after both McLarens getting disqualified for certain car issues after the Las Vegas Grand Prix, which made this race insanely close after Max Verstappen winning the Qatar Grand Prix. Lando Norris won the drivers' championship by 2 points. 2 points.
Nice.
He was ahead
Wow.
of one Max Verstappen. That is a close championship. I don't think like last time I saw the championship of these close, it was between Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen when Max won his first world championship. And yeah, Lando and Max won the last couple world championships, but Lando Norris becoming world champion here for McLaren, who McLaren also won the constructors championship this year by a insane margin I haven't seen since like Red Bull's dominance in the late teens, early 20s, or sorry, Mercedes dominance over Red Bull. It's just crazy because I'm just pulling up the number right now. So the constructors world championship, you have McLaren in first with 833 combined points. That's both drivers together, points added up through all 22 races. Number 2 was Mercedes with 469 points. Yes, I agree. They are going to whine that he got robbed and blah, 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 blah. Just, yeah. But if you looked at Max Verstappen after that race and he was congratulating Norris, and he wouldn't have even been in contention had the McLarens not gotten disqualified in Vegas. He wouldn't have been He would have been out. He would have been out after Qatar. He would have been out. It wouldn't have been. There would have been the mathematics wouldn't have been there for him to have a chance at winning the championship. So he had the best shot he did, and he won the race. He did, but with Piastri coming in second and Lando coming in third, Lando just had just enough to keep himself ahead. And again, tight race, tight season. This season has been crazy because you had McLaren's dominance super early in this season, and then Max kind of coming back in the Drivers' Championship to really pour it on in the back half of the season to really get himself in contention, but just wasn't quite enough because McLaren team is like, I am a big fan of the McLaren team. Like, I don't have an allegiance to any team, but I was happy to see Lando take the championship this year because it was absolutely amazing. And then you had, like I said, Mercedes in second with only 469 points. That's a giant difference in the constructors, like just giant difference. Red Bull Racing coming in third with 451, and a majority of those points coming from one Max Verstappen because between Yuki and Liam, they had some good placements, but not just. There was a lot of not good placements for both of them throughout the year. Then you have Ferrari in fourth, and then I think the biggest surprise in points getting this year was Williams in fifth. They were a bottom of the barrel team for a lot of years. At least I started watching a few years ago, and they came in. They were back. They've really come back with Alexander Albon and Carlos Sainz on the race team. It's been insane. But yeah, the dark stage. Yeah, the issues I have with Sport League F1 is not who we want to win, but who they want us to have. But sometimes things do not go the way they want. It was burning. Yeah, you can tell that F1 is has been very front facing with Red Bull as their number one team these last few years. But McLaren has just done such a good job developing the cars and putting the right two racers in there to kind of take the sport over. And next year is going to be a hell of a difference because we have completely new regulations on the cars next year, new fuel mixes, a lot of new aerodynamic designs. We have new like the DRS is going to be gone, which means if you're within a second of behind a racer, I don't know if you know this, Bobby, but if you're within a second, if you're a second or under behind somebody, you can open up what's called DRS, so the back wing opens up to let more air through, so you can move a little quicker up on somebody. But that is going away as of next year. So it's going to be a very interesting race world that we're going to see in 2026 with from what I'm reading, going more towards electric powered cars. Not completely. Again, it's still going to have fuel in it. It's still going to have that kind of stuff. But building towards that, because I think it's Formula E is the electric. There's Formula One electric. It's a pure electric cars in Formula E. So again, we're getting towards those worlds and things like that. And I'm just really looking forward to seeing what next year does. And they're also the ground force thing. I can't remember what it's called, but it's helped suck the car down closer to the road to help gain a lot more speed. Those regulations have been changed, so it's going to be having the cars lifted a little more. It's going to be a very different world next year in how we look at F1, and it could be a complete shifting in who's in what place next year, depending on who designs the best new car. Because every year has been slight shifts in cars for the last few years. Next year is going to be a complete redesign in the F1 world. So it's going to be insanely good next season. But Lando Norris is a champion. I'm super excited. And to all those who, if you have just mild passing interest in F1, check out Drive to Survive on Netflix. I really feel that this next season could be really good, with especially the story they're going to tell with the battle towards going to. Oh wow, STG in the chat. McLaren back on top, baby. It's so nice to see them constructors champions and world drivers champion. And next year is going to be interesting. And I really think the Drive to Survive next year, while they do tend to tell their own stories, there's a really cool built-in story of the battle between Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri, who are teammates who have both been battling for that number one spot all year, along with battling against Max Verstappen. And then you can tell also the story of the weird conflict in Red Bull, the change out of the second driver in Red Bull this year, and that the car is been designed around Max Verstappen, not around a team mentality, and that the other drivers are struggling with the other car. So again, it's going to be a very interesting season, I think, to preview into the 2026 season. I really think the next season of Drive to Survive is going to be very interesting to watch, to see, and a good way to tell a story for people who haven't before. Like, again, that's how I got into it, because I started watching around season 4. And I had a passing interest in racing and stuff beforehand, but it got me interested. It taught me who the drivers were. It taught me a lot about the rules of the sport and the intricacies that I didn't know, and let me get into the sport that way. And then I've been a fan for the last few years because of it. And I highly recommend this series if you want to learn more, the smaller minutia of F1. Drive to Survive on Netflix is really good for that reason.
Nice. And I want to mention Dark Sage. Thank you for commenting here today. I haven't seen you on Point of View before, and appreciate seeing you around. One thing I wanted to know is I see from your profile there that it says Sports Talk Live. So I'm kind of curious, are you also a sportscaster? Do you do a show? And if so, let us know in the chat. Like, drop your information about where people can find you, or if they should check you out on Twitch as well too, if you do a show as well. So, we want to help those who do similar stuff to ourselves here. So if you also do a show, let us know. And thanks for being here today. And yes, good morning to you, SDG. Thank you for showing up here. Appreciate you too, my brother. Looking forward to seeing if you stick around for some NFL predictions coming up very, very soon. But yes, let me give a quick update, Andre, here about the English Premier League, because we are English Premier League. Sir. Yes.
Let's see how my trades are doing.
Let's see how they're doing. Well, I mean, they got stomped by Everton yesterday in a 3-0 loss. Yeah, Everton all of a sudden on a rise. I can't believe it. After they picked up a victory over my Manchester United recently, and after losing one of the guys, like, one man down, and Manchester United had the one-man advantage and still lost to Everton. Everton now sitting in 5th place in the Premier League. 5th place in the Premier League. Now, granted, United also have a game in hand coming up this Monday, meaning that they will then be on level playing terms with some of these other teams. They could go into 5th, but man, they have not been playing very bright lately. Only drawing West Ham the other day, which wasn't very good. They really should have picked up all 3 points of the game against West Ham. There doesn't seem to be enough urgency about their gameplay at the moment. So there's something really lacking that needs to turn for them if they're going to be able to turn things around and not continue to slide. And that's how close this Premier League is. It's a mere matter of points between being in the bottom half of the table and being almost right in the top 4 or 5 teams right now. That's how close this Premier League table is and how close it could take a turn. So as it stands right now, Arsenal still sitting number 1 place. Manchester City are in 2nd. Aston Villa are in 3rd. Chelsea are in 4th. Everton are in 5th. Crystal Palace in 6th with a game in hand. If they were to win that game, they would bump to 4th place. Brighton, Hove Albion are sitting in 7th. Sunderland are in 8th. Liverpool sitting in 9th place. Tottenham Hotspur are in 10th.
Yes.
They're climbing.
Right.
They're climbing.
I am one position off of where I put Liverpool in my predictions. I put them in 8th. So right now I'm a +1 with Liverpool sitting where they are.
Yeah. All right. So we are, Tottenham in 10th. Newcastle are in 11th. Manchester United with a game in hand currently sitting in 12th. Bournemouth are sitting in 13th place. Brentford are in 14th. Fulham are in 15th. Leeds United in 16th. Forest, who were pretty much bottom of the table for most of the season, have now pulled themselves barely out of the relegation zone and sitting in 17th place. West Ham are in 18th place, Burnley in 19th, and Wolves, who Manchester United play on Monday night, are in dead freaking last. And good morning to those who have joined us, including Basser in the house. We got Brett Martinez is here. I assume the winner in the title is me.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
And good morning to you as well, too. You've broken your ankle cheering for Liverpool. What? I'm curious about this story. I need the deets. I need the deets there, SDG. Come on, bring them on, brother. I don't think I've broken and sprained my ankles playing the game. I don't think I've ever broken or sprained an ankle cheering for my team. I mean, maybe I've come close to
a or two cheering, like when you're jumping up around and like waving your arms, and you're like, "Oh God, oh my back," right? But I've done that, but never.
I mean, I've probably come close out of frustration to kicking something in front of me because of being frustrated with Manchester United at times, but not so sure that anything that would have ever, put me in the situation of a broken or sprained ankle. And we got the Last Emperor creeping in on the Twitch side of things too.
I feel like house. STG jumped off of something in excitement. I feel like jumped off of something in excitement, and that's how he broke something. That's how I feel, anyways.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's had so many years of no good with Liverpool that he probably got too excited last year when they finally actually looked like a winning side, only for this year to then watch them start crashing once again. Just saying. But I mean, I get, who am I to talk? I mean, they're currently sitting ahead of my team, so I'm just trash talking because that's what we do as sports fans. We trash talk our buddies' other choices for stuff, and that's what we're going to do here with some NFL stuff coming up, Andre. But before we get to the predictions, you want to talk about the current situation with the fantasy football that we're in right now?
So we're in the final week of the OLE fantasy, or the OLE POV League of Greatness. So we're sitting in the final week for playoffs, and very tight race now. The Ogre Lord's guaranteed his position in the finals. He locked it up a couple weeks ago, right? Sadly, even though he's I will point him by 120 points. By my points for, yet he's first. It makes me very, very angry because I've had some bad loss. Me and Peggy both like 140 something points. I've lost by 0.2 points. That breaks me. That hurts me. But
again, it's not about it's not about how you get there. It's about just taking those victories.
And you got the Bobby Bott account. We got him in second place. You have myself in third. You have Mr. Ed Fries in fourth place right now. Then you have STG sitting in fifth. He's right on the bubble. There's a possibility that if he beats the Ogre Lord today, he could end up in the playoffs. If he beats the Ogre Lord today. If he beats the Ogre Lord. STG.
I didn't even try to make any crazy adjustments or anything like that. I just fielded my team. So what are you doing, STG? I mean, everybody else has beaten me the last few weeks. You know, come on, man. Like, what's your deal?
Yeah. And then you got the three teams heading. Peggy cannot. There's a chance if I lose and Ed loses and you lose and Peggy wins, there's a chance you can get into the playoffs. It's a really, because myself, Ed, and SG are all 7 and 6. Peggy's 6 and 7. There is a possibility of her getting into the playoffs if Ed and you and I all lose, but it's a very tight possibility there. Then in 7th, you have my boy Josiah, and then sadly in 8th right now is Kyle Sparks, who is the difference maker for Ed. If Ed needs to beat him to make sure he is guaranteed a playoff position. He needs to beat Kyle, who had won one game all season and has come back for like 3 straight wins. Kyle has just been great, but then he got beat his ass got beat last week. But we need, it's going to be interesting. Like, if you want Ed to stay out of the playoffs, cheer for Kyle Sparks. But if you want Ed in the playoffs, cheer against him.
And to STG's point, Kyle Sparks mopped the floor with me when he beat me recently. Like, it wasn't even close. Like, I've done pretty decent all season, and I just started getting these losses where Kyle went the complete opposite. Like, he got his ass handed to him all season long, and just these last few weeks, he suddenly just started to go on this rise. And again, it wasn't close. Like, he destroyed me in that game. Like, it was terrible. He was the only team to be close. Yeah, he killed it. That he had such a great week that week. Like, it was phenomenal. It's almost a shame that he is where he is in the table, or that it doesn't go longer, because I think with a longer stretch, Kyle would have started to creep up places for sure. I no doubt in my mind, Kyle would have started to climb the table a bit if this went longer.
I just didn't want a super late playoffs, just for the fact of it. It's like, you know what I mean? And it's gonna be interesting. Oh wait. Oh okay. Never mind. My playoff bracket thing is completely messed up because I'm an idiot and I forgot a couple things. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Just give me. I'm pretty sure. Actually, we have a 3-week playoff. I'm wrong. I'm an idiot. We have top 6 are going into the playoffs, so it'll be interesting to see. So I think the playoffs are locked as of right now. It's essentially the top 6 are out of the 8 are going, because I realized I built it as a 6-person playoff final. We're doing 15, 16, 17. So yeah, I'm wrong. So the playoffs are going to, because being that Peggy is 2 games ahead of both Josiah and Kyle, I messed up. Okay, I messed up. Sorry. So we'll see who positions where, because the top 2 get a bye in week 1 of the playoffs. So Bobby, you're not even playing next week because you're going to be out. You're going to be on a rest week next week.
Yay!
So right now it's a battle between myself, the other Bobby account, Ed, and STG, kind of seeing who's going to be sitting in that second place position to not have to play next week.
That's a tight race, though. It's still going to be interesting to see how it pans out. I can't wait. It's been a lot of fun, and I hope that this is something we'll do again next season.
Oh yeah,
because I really enjoyed it. I've gotten right into this whole thing, so I'm down for more fantasy football. But
we'll
Andre,
get SGG back, but I'm hoping next year we'll have Brett in the league too, because I'm going to redo some stuff here. I'm hoping to get Brett into the league next year. Yeah,
yeah, we definitely need there. Hold on, I think we need to issue a challenge to Daddy Bobby. What kind of challenge are we talking about? Let's try to expand to 10 to 12.
I'm down to a 10 team. Let's do it. Let's see who we get after this year, and then we'll see who we can make up maybe into a 10 team league next year. I don't want to go quite that big 12, but 10 team. Because if we go to 10, if we go to 10, I might take away the super flex, so that it's not too many QBs out in the world. Because it's a lot harder when you got 10 teams with 2 QBs each for that super flex position to be playing a third QB. It's hard. It's really hard for that. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah. Next year, buddy.
Let's see how it goes. We'll change it up. I mean, as things become more popular here on the show, we like to expand it. Just like we're going to expand our weekly predictions next year. But for now, there's the 3 of us that are on screen typically that are a part of it, and then we have the viewers. And today it looks like we got STG and Brett representing the viewers. So coin flips are very, very much possibility here for today. So we're going to go over to the chart here so that we can see what the games are. Ed has already given his picks for the week, and I've filled mine in already. So we're going to start with game number 1. It's the Seahawks taking on the Falcons. Ed and I both have selected the Seahawks in this game.
Oh, Seahawks.
Yeah.
Well, SCG, Seahawks next. You weren't here all year, so we kind of took that rule away. But Brett's with you, bro.
But yeah, I mean, let's not kid ourselves. It's the right
no
pick.
Coin.
If you don't want to lose if you don't want to lose points, it's the right selection. Seahawks are having a pretty damn good season, I gotta say. Next up, we got the Titans taking on the Browns. Ed and I have both gone Browns in this one.
Sadly, the Browns. Sadly.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Yeah. It's bad when you're picking the yeah. I think STG nailed it right there. It's bad when it's like, who's the less of the suck on this one? I mean, Brett believes the Titans are the less sucky team this time around, and STG's gone reluctantly Brown. So coin flip time, boys. Coin flip. Bring it out.
Time to
All right.
Time to flip.
All right. Wait, no, we got to pick who's who. Who's who? Oh, you didn't declare it. Didn't declare it.
I didn't declare it. I apologize. So I'm going to reset that. So heads will be Brett. Tails will be STG. I'm changing it up. Brett is not tails this time. Brett's using them in tails, but I'm giving him the heads this time around. Oh!
Tails, STG gets that one. So the Browns is the selection for the viewers. So we're all on even playing field here so far. Hey, I guess we probably should have shouted out the scores here quickly first. Hey, that would have helped.
Keep going. I'll pop that in. Give me a minute.
Okay, sounds good. Next game up, we got the Bears taking on the Packers. And I have both selected the Packers for this one.
Yeah, that's a good pick. I'm gonna go Bears. I'm gonna go against you. I'm gonna go Bears.
All right. Like it.
Okay, so before we continue quickly, points as of last week. I'm still in the lead, 123. Bobby 122, Ed 121, and the viewers, they have no shot in 109.
I love how the fluctuation in your voice. Like, I'm still in the lead with 123. Bobby's got 122 and Ed 121. It's just like this decline in your like excitement level as you start talking about where Ed and I are.
Oh my god, yeah. I'm sorry. I just hate you guys, I guess.
It's priceless, man. I thought it was fantastic. It's funny. What happened to Andre's pick here? What happened to the zoom up face shot picture? I don't know. But anyway, we got a coin flip because we got Packers on the one side. Bears, Packers. I think it's styling picture. I like it. I think it's great.
Great. It was professionally done by one barricade. My boy Dave. He at backstage at RCW. He has his full professional setup there for promo picks for guys.
It's too professional.
It's perfect. You know what? You're scared because I look so sexy. That's what your problem is.
All right, well, get out that sexy coin flip there because we need to find out who our winner is because they've gone against each other. We got Packers from Brett. Sorry, we got Bears from STG. So
I'm along with the Bears. STG, come on. Come on, tails. Boo.
No, heads it is. So Packers are going down for the viewers.
Boo.
You're on your own on that one, Andre. Just like, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be on my own.
Brett. Don't blame her, Brett.
Yeah. Brett trying to blame the Empress. Always trying to blame the Empress. But here we go. I'm sure I'm going to be an island all on my own with this pick. It's the Commanders taking on the Vikings, and I'm taking the Commanders as usual. I'm sticking to the game plan, losing points because of them all season long. So, yes, everybody feel free to pick the Vikings because you know damn well they're going to win. And look at this. Brett talks shit, and look who's here. It's Peggy. Peggy's here to tell Brett to get bent.
Okay, so right now we have a Vikings. We have a Commanders.
Vikings,
does Peggy have something
Commanders.
To say? That's the real question.
Oh, they have their starting QB back, so that is a positive. That's a good call. I'm happy to hear that finally. It's at least some sort of a boost for us. I've only dropped how many points this season. You're going Commander. All right, maybe the Commanders are they're gonna swing back into this thing. Hey, maybe I won't lose so many fucking points on them like I have been so far. As of
right now, Peggy hasn't. Oh, nah. Peggy says she's out. Okay.
So all right. So we will go to the coin.
So, heads for the Vikings. Tails, Commanders.
Tails. Yes,
tails.
Oh, we're all tired of Brett's nonsense, Peggy. We're on your side. Don't worry.
Yes, she will be the downfall because she didn't participate and she's letting you ruin everything, Brett.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. All right.
Next year, don't worry, Peggy. Next year you can make all your own picks and show Brett how much better you are.
That's right. Everyone's getting their own picks next year, so there won't be any arguing, including the coin. The coin gets its own selections next year, all by itself.
I cannot wait for the coin next year. It's gonna be so much fun.
It's going to be like almost every episode of Point of View next year is going to be like 90% NFL and 10% just like rushing through talking about the rest of the week in sports. We're going to need that much time to get through all the selections. Next game up, we got the Dolphins are taking on the Jets, and I have picked the Dolphins, and so is Ed.
Yeah, Dolphins. How can you go with the Jets? Like they're just don't really had a couple impressive wins this year. But the trash. Okay, interesting.
You know what the coin reminds me of? A podcast I listened to who made picks based on the guy's voice being like Christopher Walken. Brett's like Brett .. It's not a choice, brother. Picking. It's Brett's his way.
I take the ... as him not picking.
Oh, he's throwing in the towel. He's a white flagging it. He's white flagging it.
I think
he doesn't want. Oh no! He's just waiting to see what SGG picks so he can go to the coin. Is what he's doing. Look at that. All right.
Oh, it's the Dolphins.
Heads it is. The Dolphins.
Dolphins across the board.
Yep. Well, I hope we're going across the board on this next game because it's the Buccaneers taking on the Saints. So Buccaneers for Ed and I on this one.
Oh, yeah, Buccaneers. Fuck the Saints.
Yeah.
Remember, chat. Fuck the Saints.
That's right. That is the motto. I like how SDG says, watch Brett pick the Saints, but right as he says it, Brett's already picked the Buccaneers.
I don't think
Are you two going to get along? Are you two going to get along this time?
I don't think so. With Peggy not here for them both to battle against, they have to battle each other.
You're not going to get... Oh, you're going to pick... STG, are you picking the Saints just to go to the coin flip? Are you really willing to risk more points?
You look at before Brett, he picked Buccaneers already.
Oh, he did.
The Bucks
Okay,
scored
sorry,
Brendan.
sorry. I did miss that. That's my bad. Buccaneers, it
Yeah.
is. All right, not that foolish. Okay, I got you.
Mhm.
All right, this
Mhm.
one I think is a lot closer of a game, and that's why Ed and I have different selections this time around. It's the Colts taking on the Jaguars. I've gone with the Jaguars. Ed's gone with the Colts.
Ooh, that's a tough game. That's actually a tough like
It's
before
like
this season.
it's tight.
Before this season, I would have been I would have been like that's two bottom of the barrel crap teams is what I would have been thinking. But now,
Not so much anymore.
holy shit! Oh my god, this thing is they're tied 8-4. Jaguars technically have the positioning. They're first overall versus the Colts second overall. Holy shit! This is the top. Oh my god!
See, part of me was tempted to go with the Colts, but I'm like, I need to keep some separation from Ed, and I'm hoping that would be it. I was like, if I pick the Jags on this one, then maybe I can create more separation from Ed, and that's why I went with the Jags.
I'm gonna go Colts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Might be my chance to catch up then.
You're against the rest of us, so
it's my Hail Mary, but at least it's a safe Hail Mary on that one.
It's about as 50-50 of a Hail Mary as you can get right now.
Yeah.
So,
that's how I looked at
great.
it.
That's a great Hail Mary odds. That's a great 50-50 is a great odds.
If I lose it, at least it wasn't a dumb long shot or anything like that.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it pans out.
It's not like you're picking the Browns over the Colts or something. At least
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Steelers and the Ravens. Ed and I have both gone Ravens on this one.
Again, you know what the shittiest part about this division is that they're both 6-6 and they're both first and second in their division.
Yeah. And you're not. Sorry. Sorry, Brett. It's Steelers versus the Ravens on this one, Brett.
I'm gonna go Baltimore. Yeah, Baltimore.
All right.
I don't want to take the risk here. If I copy you guys here, I think I'm safer because this is not a one I want to take. That this is another 50-50 shot game, but I don't want my 50-50 to rely on fucking Aaron Rodgers. I don't want to rely on Aaron Rodgers. There's no way.
Ravens finding a way to get a passing TD. Yeah. Ravens. Yeah, I mean, come on. I mean, this again, it's one of those ones like you could take a risk, but Ravens are kind of the safe bet, I'd say overall. Just like the next one, the next game I think should be fairly straightforward. It's the Broncos taking on the Raiders. Ed and I have both gone Broncos in this game.
Fuck the Raiders, Broncos.
Yeah.
The
Broncos have been pretty decent for most of the season. Like they're a pretty safe bet a lot of the time.
They have the second best record in the league right now, and the Raiders on paper, that team should be doing far better than they are on paper. But they suck. I think they're just worst teams in the league right now.
Yeah. All right. Man, next game up because
one more coin.
I know that there's no coin flips when they get along, right? Next up, we got the Bengals are taking on the Bengals taking on the Bills. Ed and I have both gone Bills on this one.
Burrow's back. That's Sorry, I'm looking at a couple of things just to make.
Yeah, no, I mean, gotta do the research, you know. Now we have a coin flip, is what STG says, because he's going Bengals, so it will be a coin flip for the viewers.
Because they beat the Ravens. The Bengals beat the Ravens last week.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they did.
With Joe Burrow back. And the Bills have been struggling. Let's flip the coin. I'm going to flip the coin, then make my decision.
Okay.
You know, SCG's tails, Brett's head. Oh my God, it's going to the Bengals.
Oh, the way of the SDGs.
I think I'm going to go that way too. I'm going to go with the Bengals.
Yeah. All right. Sticking with the viewer's choice.
I'm going to say this, and I'll probably regret it. I trust you, SCG.
Oh, the first time those words have ever been uttered, not just on this show, but maybe in life. Moving on to the next game, we've got the Rams.
That was mean.
Sorry, I mean, I'm sometimes a dick. So we got the next game up. It's the Rams taking on the Cardinals. Ed and I have both gone Rams. Andre, do you dare take your Cardinals on this one?
No, I'm going Rams.
Oh, he's betraying his team. He's betraying his team. I actually have to erase the pre-filled in choice for Andre and change him over to the Rams because he can't stand.
I can't pick a 3-9 team over a 9-3 team. I just can't.
Yeah, Cardinals, Rams are both one of the selections here from the viewers. So let's go to that coin flip.
Cardinals or Rams?
I don't say this often, but I hope Brett wins this one just so that we get the points. Tails, no, it's going the way of STG. Rams it is. Rams it is.
My heart says Cardinals. But logic says Rams. That's what I feel. Like, I want to pick the Cardinals because, again, that's the team I want to pick, but it's not the logic pick. I can't.
Yeah. All right. Next up for the Sunday games, we've got the Texans are taking on the Chiefs, and Ed and I have both gone with the Chiefs.
That's a Sunday nighter, man. That's going to be a rough Sunday nighter. Yeah, Chiefs. That's going to be a Monday nighter, I think. Oof. Oof, gadoosh. Oof.
All right, I'm curious to see where the viewers go this time. Do they dare leave it up to fate? Do they dare put it to the coin? Do they dare find out what happens?
We just go with the coin.
And STG, yeah, the Chiefs have gotten tricky now because their offense isn't as good as before.
I think the Chiefs are at home.
I can't quite remember.
I'm checking. It should be the Chiefs, though. Yeah, Chiefs are at home.
Okay. Yeah. And STG says the Chiefs are missing 3 offensive linemen, but he's still going with the Chiefs. So Chiefs it is. And cold weather Houston can't handle it.
I'm just surprised Brett's picking the Chiefs over Houston.
Yeah, that's a good point. Look at all this. Look at all this like betrayal going on against people's teams here today. People are just going for the points. They're trying to go for the points instead of that dedication to the craft. Anyways, let's go to the Monday night game. We've got the Eagles taking on the Chargers. I've gone Eagles. Ed's gone Chargers.
What's the Monday night game? Eagles and Chargers.
Eagles versus the Chargers. Yeah. And like I said, I went Eagles. Ed went with the Chargers. I like this. STG says he doesn't betray his team because he is not like Andre, 2 teams per sport C.
I only have 1 team in hockey.
Just 1 in hockey, but they're all the rest.
Don't get me wrong. I go and watch Edmonton Oilers. I'll watch Edmonton Oilers game because it's where I live, but I am Habs fan through and through. But
all right, so the viewers have gone Chargers. Are you choosing to be with the viewers, or are you choosing to be on viewers and Ed, or are you going to be on my side on this one, Andre?
Eagles.
All right. This is going to be an interesting week. The points are going to be very interesting between the 3 of us for sure at the end of this week. Yeah.
I am.
All right.
God.
Now for the Thursday night game, the final game of the week, we've got the Falcons taking on the Buccaneers. I've gone with the Buccaneers. Ed went with the Falcons on this one.
Bucks. All right. The Falcons are failing, man. Yep. The Falcons are faltering.
See, that's the funny thing is that was the one game where Ed forgot to pick it this morning, and I messaged him, and I said to him, I was like, "There's one game you missed." I said it's the Falcons versus the Bucks, and I was expecting to get him back saying the Bucks for sure. I thought that was going to be the case, and he said the Falcons, and I'm like, I'm not even going to question him. I'm just going to let him take it. I'm not going to let him rethink this one. Like, no, you're picking the Falcons. Take it, brother. Take it. So let's see if that either
they're
drops
Bucks
him
in the chat.
Yeah, either drops him another point or maybe puts him over the edge this week. I don't know. Like, this is going to be an interesting week. We could see a real difference in who's sitting where by the time this is all said and done. But that's the fun of football.
First after this week, which is scary.
He could, or he could end up way far behind by at the end of it too. Like it's hard to say. Like, but it keeps fluctuating. It keeps being fun every single week. And we thank you for joining in all the time and doing this with us. We appreciate you, chat. Brett, start being nicer to the Empress, or else we might start deducting you points for negative comments towards the Empress, Peggy. But with that said, we are going to bring things to a wrap here on this week's episode of Point of View. And while I'm talking like that, I'm also just delaying for time because I'm trying to find the right area to find the ticker for Mr. Andre C. And it is now on your screen. And Andre is going to tell you what he's got coming up and where you can find him next.
You can find me next Sunday because I'm on a bit of a hiatus of wrestling because I won't be back. I'm not going back to another wrestling show till the 19th. So yeah, you can find me right back here next Sunday here on Point of View. But if you want to check out any of the other stuff I have done, go to youtube.com/@backbreaker video, where you can find myself doing the pop spot with my boy AWS. And then just hit me up on the socials at that kind of guy or that candidate dude, depending on where you're looking me up at.
Fantastic. That's where you can find Andre. You can see down below, that's my ticker where you can find me across all social media. What I got coming up this Thursday night, you can join myself and Papa Smokes and Brett. Get this. We're bringing you more Trip Through the Territories, and it's actually by special request this time. Brett had chosen our territory of choice the last time out, and we are adhering to it once again. So, Brett, San Antonio, I believe, might have been the request, if I'm not mistaken. We have adhered to it, and it'll be this Thursday night on Ring Respect Radio, so make sure you're tuned in for more of that. And then I'm back here next Sunday with Andre C., sometimes with Ed, for more Point of View. Your weekly sports will wrap up and NFL predictions. And of course, every Saturday afternoon, I am over at the Prairie Pro Wrestling YouTube channel, where myself and Papa Smokes are your commentary team for a brand new matchup. And yes, we are starting to roll through into the next matches. We're finally getting into those September matches here deep into December with the releases, but you're going to be able to catch some great action coming up for Prairie Pro Wrestling as the yes, Brett, thank you very much. Have a great rest of your Sunday, my friend. Thank you for being here. Hopefully I can catch you Thursday night, or at least hear your comments on the Trip Through the Territories once we wrap up and you have a chance to watch it this Thursday. But you can find all these great shows over at OLE Podcast. Ticker down below is going to show you all of our social media. And what we are asking, if you're on Twitch, give us a follow on there. We really appreciate it. Subs are also very much appreciated. Over on the YouTube side of things, I know that in some countries they've released this thing called hype points. If you have hype points, you want to give this video a hype, we really appreciate you doing so. And if you take a moment and you got any value out of this week's episode of Point of View, go ahead and click the subscribe button down below. Give the video a thumbs up. Turn on that notification bell for notifications when anything releases here on OLE Podcast. And leave us a comment in the comment section below. Who were your picks for the NFL this week, and do they line up with anybody here that was on screen or in the chat? Let us know. But that is going to be it for myself and Andre. Have a good rest of your Sunday, and we'll see you in a week's time. Take